blood war for Bleach.
Now,
so we
I
have
will
something.
say, Rob,
I would say, like, can we just finish the Bleach anime with...
Nariyuki is number 4.
I don't know who that is. It definitely doesn't sound like Tan.
Oh,
All right, we are.
No, that's We Never Learn, right?
Yeah.
We are live.
wait.
I'm about to start doing shenanigans.
Wait. What did you say about We Never Learn? Because that's like my...
No,
that's
everyone
like
shut
my
up. Everyone shut up. Brandon's talking.
No, my crack cocaine.
Last question. Go ahead. Ask it, Jackal.
The protagonist is voted number 1.
No,
most
it's
popular
Jackal's
character.
turn.
No, that was the question.
Well, like, he's answering the question.
Yeah. All right. So, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. Oh wait, let me turn on my thing. All right, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C. Through the Heart. Possibly the last episode.
Probably.
I don't know.
Why are you the one using the word possibly?
I don't know. Like, I'm ready to be done whenever you are.
We'll see
That's
where
a beautiful way to start up the session.
Yeah, we'll see where we land, because I've told you guys I am so lost for direction. Anyways, this is episode 11. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight, and everything you are going to see tonight is live storytelling. And it can go in literally any direction tonight, and I think that's super duper exciting. We are playing in the world of Ilderon. It is a homebrewed setting. And if you want to learn more about it, you can Google search Ilderon Tales and you'll see the wiki, or go to www.ilderontales.com. Finally, if you're under the age of 14, please consult your parents before watching this. The internet is a big place and you have access to so much information. Please watch content that's appropriate to you.
It's here.
YouTube rating like
parents,
dude over
watch,
that.
watch the content that you consider exposing to your children, because ratings are useless.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'd say they're like at least a good placeholder.
The Mandalorian is rated PG, and its second episode involves disintegrating Jawa.
but there's no blood.
Did I hear something about a Mandalorian synagogue? Sorry.
TB14.
Still, hot.
The Mandalorian should be blood.
And there's no butt in the Mandalorian. I'm upset with the TB14 show.
I think it should have been
I saw no booty.
Wait, you didn't see the Beskar steel-plated booty walking around? Okay. Never mind. Bad joke. Anyway, let's see. So I started this session off a pretty negative way. Let's get some good vibes flowing in here. Let's share one good thing that has happened to us in this past week, and then we will do a tidbit, and then we'll jump into the session. Tracy, hit us with the good thing.
My tooth shattered.
That's the opposite, Tracy.
Nothing good has happened to me this week. It's just been a downhill flurry.
Alright, well hopefully tonight is a good night for you. For me, I was going to have a very difficult day at work today, and I force of willed myself through my morning, and then everything turned out like breathtakingly amazing. I got all of my monthly reporting done today.
Well, look at this guy! Look at this guy over here!
Right? Alright, Taylor, hit us with a good thing.
Baby Yoda meat.
Hey, Baby Yoda memes that keep us going. Alright, Jackal, hit us with a good thing.
It was my birthday this week.
Oh yeah, it was! Happy belated!
Happy birthday!
Even though I talked to you on your birthday, so...
I totally knew.
23 and we're still here.
Oh god, how old is everybody?
Hey, it's not polite to ask.
Hey, Rob, speaking of which, hit us with a good thing.
I bought a new headphone and a new mic.
Too bad it's not here yet.
Oh, I don't have it right now, but I will.
I reversed my clapping.
Alright, and Ramon.
I almost had to go back to work tonight, but I did. Now I'm here.
Woo.
Then they fired me.
I didn't need buddy know-how.
Alright, let's do the tidbit for tonight. Does anybody have a question about Ilderon, D&D, or the story in general?
So how are we going to end this?
Yeah.
Not a tidbit, it's the actual session.
Well, how are we going to end this? Your answer. Tune in. There was actually something I really wanted to share that was really silly, and I can't remember it. If I remember it, I might put it at the end of the session. It was a tidbit I was thinking about the other day, and then I ended up not sharing it.
That's hot.
Yeah. No, that's unfortunate. Here's a tiny tidbit. So I was looking through my notes, and well, most of the time I roll these at random. Anyways, I was looking through my notes, and there is a port here that I always forgot the name of. I called it a Lilland. Because that... Well, I should do this in a different color. So the green circle, that there's a elven port there. That port is called Riofir. It is actually the only settlement and major city on the continent of Rion that non-elves are allowed on. To go deeper into the forest or anything in the jungle, you have to be of some sort of elven descent or some race of elf. Otherwise, humans and all other races gather in that port, and that's where they trade and interact with the societies deeper inside of Rion. And Riofir, fear in this world is the concept of the start or of dawn, so it's kind of like the start of Rion. Anyways, tiny tidbit for tonight, and we'll jump into our session.
Brandon.
Yes.
I don't know about the others, but I'm seeing your battle from Saturday.
Same.
Oh, okay, my bad. Here we go.
I mean, I'm glad to see, where Father A died, but...
That was the only good thing that happened to me this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoilers, by the way, for anybody that hasn't watched Group D.
I'm telling. Alright, there we go. You guys should be on.
That's right. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched it yet. Willow.
Without watching it now. Well, she doesn't know how Father Anderson died. She just knows that he died.
Yeah.
You seriously watch it. It's good.
A lot of the reason why I'm restructuring the campaigns too, like I am, is to advertise things more heavily in the future. So, can look out.
Oh, do we finally get merchandise?
Well, who knows? Maybe t-shirts aren't hard to make. No, but mostly it's because I'll talk to you guys after the.
I want a pop of my character.
You want a pop of your character? You can have a soda pop.
I require 2 pops, as I'm once dead, twice lived. Breaker of chains, destroyer of terrae.
Altus
Altus,
Khaleesi.
Nikki, 6 grand more.
Hero of the Sun Youth.
Alright, so, last session started on the 31st. The party was in the town of Darandar. It was the early morning and they had been sleeping. They were under the watch of Lady Croesus, who revealed herself to be a powerful druid of the spores. At which point there was a tree near their inn that was connected to Lady Croesus's power. When the party woke up, there was fungus creeping all over the floor of their inn, fungus, mold, and mildew. And one person had been infected with it, and I think Netra's the one currently holding that cursed...
Yeah, it got passed around a lot.
Yeah. From there, the party saw footprints in the fungus as it appeared somebody was holding back the full extent of it. The party followed the footsteps and saw Renolta. Renolta was there and sent for Lumagrax. Talking to Lumagrax, she stressed that because Lumagrax had died and she'd allowed him to come back, he was an agent of hers, and she was forbidden from interacting in completion with this world, but she could still act through champions and proxies. Grax was reiterated on his task to go kill the Fifth Ascendant, who has been hopping between the demiplanes of Ilderon. And Lumagrax got a vision on where to find him. Moving from there, the party decided to exit the city. Before they could exit the city, Lydia spoke up and decided and stated that she didn't feel right about abandoning Dari, as it appeared that Dari had been kidnapped by somebody that the party had a history with. Lydia wanted to stay behind and investigate and catch up with the party later down the road, and the party did not feel that was a wise idea and couldn't bear leaving her behind, even if for a few days. Instead, Galesina and Lethe volunteered to investigate, and they were going to look into who exactly took Dari and if they could find her, as Dari knew the way back into... As the party theorized, Dari likely knew the way back into Isildrad. From there, the party split with Galesina and Lethe. They took the donkey Shiazro, and Altus and Dusty snickered that they were going to resummon it later, leaving the two girls stranded.
What do you mean snickered? That's absolutely what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We are horrible people. This has been established.
Moving from there, the party left. They left Darndar and headed out on the road. The 32nd, they decided to camp rather than stay at an inn. And the party received a letter, a messenger a messenger sent by the assassins, indicating that the assassins still wanted their money. The party then traveled the rest of the day into the night, moving into Bika Hold. From there, they notice statues of faith all around the city, and they paid a couple of them attention as Lydia cleaned up some of the statues, particularly ones that were of Amira, and they noticed that the Fifth Ascendant has a presence here in this city too. Moving from there, they finally went to the Renopal Keep, and they were received by a woman by the name of Captain Arel. And then we jumped over to Dusty, who smeared some of Lady Crosis's fungus on a tree, and then went to sleep. And
away from the tree. I want to specify that. I was in a ditch, away from the tree. About a street away from the tree.
Alright, I think we're gonna start there. I'm just grabbing my Ardor Sarai notes. If anybody notices the music playing tonight, it is of Heartbreak. All right. It is the 32nd of Hunter. You guys are in the I'm pretty sure I put Bika Hold's map on here. I did not, but I have it. I might upload it halfway through the session. You guys are in the city of Bika Hold. You are in the inner ring. Inside of the Lions Village, and heading into the keep, being led by Captain Arel. Walking with you is... I have to think about all your party members. It's reduced. Walking with you is going to be Lydia, Gaizen, Netra, a little Haran, And I think that's all of the NPCs you have with you. At least all the people I'm controlling. And then you have Roman, Lumagrax, Altus, and Fravia. That's the whole party.
Yep.
Alright. As you are being led through this keep, you are going to be surrounded by what I think I said there were 7 guards and Captain Aurel. That was the patrol that was outside. Aloharan is going to look back at the company and say, look back at the company. You guys basically are a company. Look back at the party, and she's going to speak up. Well, not really even speak up. She's going to whisper and say, and I'm going to change the music too, because we're getting started. She's going to speak up and say, they're so quick to receive us. He's made up his mind already.
Yeah.
In these situations, I don't think we're going to be able just to ask for what we need.
Do I have to perform some great labor?
She's going to shake her head and say, in negotiations like this, where all we want is a ceasefire, we don't ask for a ceasefire. We ask for 10 times that. Far beyond. And if we can settle for anything, then we take it.
Go for it, then.
Ilderon is going to place her hand on her chest and say, we negotiate on behalf of the Supreme Light, but I believe our position would come a little bit stronger if she looks at Lydia and then back towards the party. If we were the voices of mercy.
I ain't delivered a lot of... I think I cut off at the end.
Say it again.
I ain't delivered a lot of mercy recently.
She's going to look towards Fravia and say, I forgot Fravia's last name.
Arcade.
Yeah, and she's going to say, Lady Arcade, you know of the situation and Ardor's might, Ardor's army. If they fight against each other and Alunagai actually does push in, what do you think will happen?
We'll lose. Whoever wins will be left devastated. Anybody could just storm in unless they have something to back them. While there's always the extended, I doubt they would want to be involved.
Lydia's gonna look towards Aloharan and say, are you saying stress that? Threaten him? And Aloharan's going to shake her head and say, no, we're not going to threaten him. Again, she looks back towards the party.
Not a threat if it's.
Not a threat if we're just telling the truth. Well, actually.
Can't
Man, I'm
escape
glad
the
I'm not
truth.
there.
Dusty's like, you guys need somebody to be a dick? Who am I calling a shitbag?
Like, oh boy, my favorite time of the day. Just looks at Wash. All it says is insult people.
I mean, you make some valid points. I'm not keen on this whole war because I consider the entirety of it a sham brought on by the machinations of a high elf with a stick up his ass.
At that, Lydia's gonna just kind of look down and say, well, I know the Milanthalgar was working with my father, but I mean, he's the arbiter of our of the wills of one of our goddess's most loyal servants.
He also put Dila and Rona in a cage for 2 months.
Lydia is going to swallow a lump in her throat and say, I'll do it. And Aloharn looks towards her and says, you'll do what? And says, I'll be the hard rock we need. Guysen laughs. He just gonna go.
No, that would be appropriate.
Roman's putting a hand up. I don't know if I'm close enough to be like, no, you shush.
To Guysen?
Yeah.
He's going to quiet.
Backhand him. Slap guys and assert authority.
All houses require good foundations, not good to undermine Lydia's newfound confidence. She's got it in her. It'll be fine.
All right. As you guys are walking, you're going to be brought into what appears to be a war room. In this room, there are going to be a plethora of scribing stations. It seems empty at this point, as there are only 2 people talking back and forth in it. And let's see. I don't think I have a picture for Walter selected.
Poor Walt.
Oh, haha, I did, because I am pretty on my stuff.
Good
All right.
to you.
He's man's going to turn around, and you are going to see he is in the blue and yellow colors of the Given Wills. He has a large smile on his face, and next to him you are going to see
Oh yeah!
person you recognize. Brock is going to look towards you and say, Roman?
Brock! Buddy?
He's going to step forward, hands extended. Walter's going to place his hand up, stopping Brock, and he's going to say, I have received word that you arrived tonight. I woke my son out of his sleep, but there was no reason to bother our stewards or any of our other servants. I suppose we can give you a good meal for the evening and then send you on your way in the morning. Captain Arell's going to say, I'm sorry, where are my manners? Introducing Provincial Lord of the Dale Sarai Fiersusia. It is Lord Walter Rennelpaw and his son, Lord Russell Rennelpaw. They both nod, and she's going to say, and these are the diplomats. Should I show them to quarters? Walter is going to lower his hands and look at the party and say, I assume this will be quick, and give you quarters for the night, and send you on your way in the morning. Aloharan's going to speak up and say, actually, no, we're here to sue for you to surrender. Both Russell and Walter look to each other. Aloharan looks at Lydia and eyes her forward. Lydia's going to say, yes, I am Lydia Solemn. I know that this civil war is going to be costly if you continue to fight, and Alil Nagai will... He's going to cut her off and say, Lydia? I haven't seen you since you were a baby. You... he steps forward. Lydia's going to, swat his hands away and say, no, If you don't stop this foolishness and...
I'm a big kid, take me seriously. Sorry, continue.
Oh, no. At this point, he is not taking Lydia seriously. Again, she's going to step back and say, it's good to see you too, but I assure you that Ardor Sarai is not going to weather the storm coming towards it. Walter's gonna look pensive for a second. And he's going to say, these matters you speak of, they're not for Alil Nagian intervention. What is happening at our borders right now is of no tie to the moral integrity and fabric of our nation, and it pales in comparison to what's at risk should we let the current magnate stay in power. You don't know what hardships this country's endured in the past few months.
That's war.
Are you aware of what hardships the Lil Nagai's endured?
He's going to go silent. Brock's going to speak up and say, I heard they lost an earth fire. He looks towards Aloharan and say, but I'm sure your Risen member could inform me of some of what's been going on.
Brock, you're married, act professional.
He's going to shrug and say, well, Career, she knows who she's involved with.
And trust me, I've warned them about you.
Yeah! 2 insight.
Wait,
I don't know why that was.
did you roll an insight check?
Yeah, I did. And it went straight through for some reason. It's just broken. I rolled a 2.
But anyways, we lost Dila for a couple months. Lost in Earthfire. Dawkinsdale was sieged by Archblight. The ghosts of the Calgarians wander the plains.
Hey, that could be anybody's fault.
No one placed any blame. I'm not here, but you know.
just a voice out of the chat. Nobody said anything about it.
No one gave.
Lumbergrax and Altus can roll me a sweating check.
What sweating check?
Die.
What number am I rolling?
Roll me a
Oh, that's
deception.
right. I know that's your fault.
Don't roll. You already failed.
Alright, hey, I've got good deception, I think. Yeah, I've got great deception. It's still going to you, just straight to the GM. I have no idea why it's doing
I can fix that for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if anybody challenges that, yeah, nobody is, but
They're just like, look at this half-man spouting nonsense, isn't it funny? Stupid royal corpse.
let's see, public. There we go, it's fixed. Alright, so Walter is going to speak up and say, that councilwoman sent me message, or sent me a falcon that you were on your way to Biko Hold. I doubt that she let you in on it, that this whole entire border conflict with with the Lilna guy is entirely her family's fault.
Faults.
You wanna sue for us to surrender, or you wanna sue for peace? The person you need to get to step down is back in Zenith's Rise.
What is your problem with the magnate anyway?
Seems like a wonderful woman.
Who definitely doesn't have a demon child, says a disembodied voice.
Who definitely isn't an awful person that sent me on a suicide quest.
Definitely isn't that one.
Yeah. Walter is going to speak up and say, He walks over to the window and he's going to say, the Bertolfs hide secrets that you might not be aware of. We're a family of faith, and the North is held together by it. Our faith in our gods, our faith in the Earthfire, our faith in each other. But we can't have faith in those who consort with demons and devils and worship any spirit from the bridge that would call to them.
Bold claim.
He shakes his head and says, it's no lie. My daughter is married to a very prominent noblewoman, of which she can confirm that the Bertolfs have had dealings with a circle, one that's not known in this part of the world very well. A religion that goes by the name of Gendenthal.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I mean, I guess I could roll a religion check, but I don't think Rowan's ever heard of Gendenthal.
Well, you can, but he's, as you guys start thinking, he's gonna say, tell me, do you know what's happening in Red Axe right now? As he turns back around.
I would imagine I do.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
That stuff's been going on for years, right?
No, it hasn't been going on for years. It's been going on for
maybe like a month.
No, not a month. Probably about 6 months.
Well, that's still fair, because the campaigns as a total has lasted not that long. And I was a sailor.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Russell's going to speak up and say, demons roam the hillsides. They pillage settlements. He's going to nod and say, and they're consummate, openly dances with them inside of her courts and her keeps. Chaos has taken over the entire Red Axe. Bloodshed and betrayal define interactions and life there. That's not something I want to happen here in Ardor Serai. But that Gendenthal circle, the same one that plunged Red Axe into chaos, it's showing its head here. And if that means that I have to bring my nation to the brink to rip out the corruption from within, then I will do so.
But what do you know? What proof do you have?
Let's see. Russell.
You dare question his daughter's faith?
Russell is going to speak up and say, well, I've done a little bit of investigating myself while I was in the capital. It does appear that some of the magnate's court mages were involved in some sinister dealings, especially the previous one, who is brothers to the current magnate. And as far as what celestial magnate Respis Bertolf was involved in, he shrugs and says, "There's only conjecture, but it appears to be just as bad as what his son was into."
And what about the current?
What did Fravia say?
What about the current magnate?
He's going to say, my contacts hadn't had much interaction with them. Aloharan's going to say, and who might your contacts be? Russell's going to wave his hand and say, whoa, there's no need to bring that up in here.
Why not?
He's going to say, Father, I've done what you asked. If I could be excused for the evening. He's going to wave
Run away.
his hands, and he's Russell's going to walk by, looking at Roman, and his eyes narrowing for a second, and then going together, man, not cool. Walter is going to shake his head as he leaves and says, "You must excuse my son. He has certain vices."
I'm well aware.
He's going to nod and sit down and say, "I did send him to the capital for some information gathering, but I didn't inquire into his methods. Sometimes I'd prefer not to know."
Okay, well, so who did he sleep with?
Aloharan's
going out and saying it, aren't you?
Yeah, look over at Roman of just with a
look, I'll apologize for the crudeness of my words, but that is vice.
Yeah.
Listen, I've known the dude.
Walter's
Why
going...
do you think he was? It's like, that's why he wanted to talk to the little Haran, because she's pretty. Because he's a horn dog.
Yeah, and Walter's going to wave his hands and say, I didn't ask. Now, come, sit. You say you have news from the magnate? We sent emissaries to negotiate the terms of our war, so that it can be done fairly and honorably. And she killed and kidnapped those that we sent inside of her own keep. I haven't been in contact with her since. You can see my surprise to receive a falcon from the High Council. Captain Arel is going to look at him sitting and say, are negotiations taking place? Should I wake the scribes? He is going to say, no, just my daughter. Captain Arel is going to nod. She points to one of her guards and says, go wake Lady Rinnowpaw. The guard is going to nod and walk off.
It bothers me that you don't seem to have much in the way of evidence that the current magnate consorts with demons. That you're taking this on a bit of faith. Because I'm not comfortable with the idea of thousands, possibly tens of thousands, of people dying because of misinformation concerning somebody's potential religious practice.
He's going to nod and say, and if I'm right and I do nothing, how many thousands do you think would die then?
Does that make it okay?
He's going to exhale and say, it makes it difficult. Why, you see, when I was in your form, I was enlightened to an experience I wish to never inflict on another. He's gonna look. He's gonna look taken aback. Lydia's going to say he was quoting the Given Wills.
I hate that verse. You people use that verse to justify so much.
Yeah!
It's because it works so well!
You're Rob, maybe not. Maybe shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! You remember last time you got religious? Just shut your fucking mouth!
He's going to gesture to Bravia and Altus and say, you travel with the Wills, you travel with the Four Ascended, and your friend there. He looks to Altus and, I don't know, he's gonna shrug at him. Altus isn't wearing any denotable symbols. And he's gonna say, when you say you people, which of their faiths is it that you belong to?
The good one.
There's a certain amount of discomfort in my face. The last time I shouted this, so it's more like,
oh, don't worry. Fun's going on.
neither.
I don't follow any wills.
He is going to nod and say, well, there are codes and wills and principles that guide us in the given wills. I can see your disdain for them.
I'm guided by her.
It's just
Really? What gave it away?
really just that verse. That one really gets to me.
Do you see in the chat, Brando Calcione?
Oh, hold on. I don't.
Are you casting things on me again?
No, why would I ever do that?
Okay. Oh, okay, so Ramon is back. Oh, okay, cool. So there are lots of things. Rob, give me a wisdom check. Give me a wisdom save. Ramon, you are back. What's going on now is
Rip.
you feel the need to share your faith with Walter.
This just got spicier.
Ramon,
Oh, God.
You know what?
Again?
You know what? I'm gonna help Rob out. I'm gonna give him my inspiration.
Well, how
Alright.
can you? It's hidden.
Because Rob still needs to make a check, and we don't know what he needs to beat.
And he rolled a nat
Supposedly.
1, so hoping.
I'm pretty sure the 15 still fails.
Oh,
That's okay.
oh yeah, Fravia's not a paladin. I do have to check one thing on Netra's sheet though, because she is a paladin. Tracy, what's your spell save? 17?
18.
18. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so she does have Aura of Protection because you get it at 6th level. But I don't know if it's enough. She's only got a 2 in her Wisdom modifier. Alright, so yeah, Roman feels the need to keep going. Before you do, though, for Fravia, as you just said you returned, what has happened was that Walter dismissed you guys. Lydia and Ilderon spoke up and basically said Artasarai needs to, or rather, Walter needs to surrender. Otherwise, a load of guys, going to destroy Artasarai in this war. Walter recognized Lydia, although he hasn't seen her since she was a baby. And then from there, he claimed he had disdain for the magnate and her current reign, as the Bertolf family is involved in a Gendenthal circle, and Gendenthal is a violent religion that dances with demons and plunged the nation of Red Axe into chaos. As such, Roman said his evidence is circumstantial, and he has invited the party to sit down and negotiate. He's dismissed Brock from the room and has sent for...
Well, more accurately, Brock has dismissed himself.
Yeah, has sent for his daughter. Oh yeah, Brock gave information confirming that the Bertolfs are involved in demons. He, however, probably got it from sleeping with courtesans.
yeah. I was there for the whole Brock part. So
Okay.
I just missed.
He has invited the party to sit down and negotiate. And Roman said, how can he, or rather, he feels uncomfortable about thousands of lives being lost if Walter is wronged for no reason. And Walter fears thousands of lives being lost if he is right and does nothing. With that, Roman asked, he asked something. I think, how can you justify this? And
yeah, he hates he's about to quote the wills, and Roman hates that verse. And
yes, and that
Walter,
is
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm correct.
all
Well,
right.
then he asked. Then he was like, "Well, I see a lot of different religions. So which one are you a part of?" I tried to shrug that off, and then Tracy charmed me again.
Yeah, see, I was gonna try to bring. I was gonna do something, and then this happened. So, okay,
You're still
that's
welcome
out the
to.
window.
I'm
see,
just like Gandalf. I'm just helping you. It's about the journey.
This is gonna be great.
All right. So you see Roman struggling, about to talk again. What did Bravia want to do?
Well, I mean, at this point, she sees Roman struggling, and would she remember like this happening before? Like this count like feels like familiar.
I wouldn't say he really struggled last time. He was real
Yeah. Just because this feels like a similar situation, so now if she notices Roman like trying to like.
We ruled this was a charmed effect.
It is a charm effect.
I can take a deep ass breath and shake this off.
Yeah. So Fravia can roll a Arcana check. Roman is free to use an action to use Stillness of Mind,
which I will do.
7. Check. Yeah, you just see Roman breathing for a moment and just starting
magic
again. Roman, your Stillness of Mind, you're able to remove the effects.
So broke. So broke.
Welcome to Monkaronis.
Not only do you double kick me in the face, you kill all the fun.
I feel like I'm noticeably like I have like a sweat.
Oh, Roman, here, let me help you with that. And I just pull out a sack pack and wipe the sweat off because I definitely
Get away from me.
It's just me, your friend, Altus.
Your good buddy Altus, who definitely would not.
So is there like a quest we can do for you guys or something?
Now that I guess Roman is not about to blurt it out, Fravia will look at Lord Walter Renapal and tell him, not too long ago, I believe settlement of people were slaughtered. Am I correct, Roman? You knew of this.
It was in the
by the order.
Happened.
Yes. Your people were killed.
Well, thanks for
by
spoiling the surprise there.
No, Rob. No. No, Roman. I mean, you had family there, and they were killed. Am I correct? And the justification were the wills.
Yep.
So it is personal to you.
Walter's going to take a moment to absorb this and say, the Crusades and the Tide Gate. I don't agree with everything the Sun Youth does. I'm sorry for the losses you've endured.
So you better be real sure where you keep doing what you're doing. Because you're going to look me in the eye and you're going to tell me that you don't agree with everything that they do. Then you're going to turn around and you're going to do the Ardorian route. So maybe in about 9 years, some plucky Ardorian peasant can come look Russell in the eye and ask you why. Because they don't have a dad anymore.
He's going to look pensive at this.
Making this super personal now.
And before he speaks, voice is going to echo through the room and say, our forces are half that of what they were when we first gathered for this war. when we were willing to negotiate for peace, before we were slaughtered in the fields, before we were killed by the, killed by the magnate's wrath, unleashed by the ghost storm. And now her biggest supporter and strongest ally is on the edge of being dissolved. You are going to see a half-elven woman walking into the room, and she's going to say, "And you want us to stand down? If ever there was a moment to strike, if ever there was a moment for vengeance, for the families, for the fallen that have lost, it's now."
Yes, now! I raise my dagger.
You know what?
Okay.
I think Career's gonna look at Altus and point to him and say, "Who is this? I like him."
Brandon, alright. So, something she said makes me want to roll a history check. She was talking about when the ghost storm came out and the magnate attacked them.
Mm-hmm.
Is she talking about, like, when the whole thing started and the boats came out and all this stuff?
Do you want to ask her, or do you want to roll a history check? Because, I mean, Fravia knows that event.
Yeah, that's personally, I don't know. But,
I mean, I'll
guess,
allow either. If you just tell me, like, you can do both, too.
Yeah, I'll try to roll a history check.
History check! 14. Okay, so the ghost storm rings pretty true in your mind. Everybody inside of Ardor says it was or at least word from the magnate's castle, and what the magnate's word has echoed out amongst the city. They say it was a wrathful sign from Renalta as a grim reminder over the city. As for what and why, there are many debated reasons. But from within the city, everybody's pretty, is 90% certain that Ariana did not use that or intend for that to destroy the army. However, it did destroy the army. That said, Fravia is also aware that Walter has cut off contact with the capital.
So with that now fresh in my mind, Fravia will look at Career and ask her, "Do you really think Renalta's involvement was due to the magnate?"
Career is going to shake her head and say, "Oh, we can't just trust our enemy's word. We just can't trust every word penned by our enemy."
Trust your... Did you lose anyone at all?
Career is going to shake her head and say, "No, I've never had anyone before this family."
I did. I found her corpse. You don't know what it was like in the capital. In fact, this is look at Walter, you don't know anything that's been going on recently. And yet you have the gall to say this is our fault, that it is our magnate's fault. You're in fact blaming her for what her brother did. Where's your proof?
He's going to say, "We stationed officers in a holy fortress just as the war was just before we declared an open war. We received a letter to send 5,000 mountain wardens to take the oath of loyalty to the throne. We sent 21,000 northerners, all with the message that we wouldn't be bullied, we wouldn't be intimidated. And before any declaration of war was established, she attacked in the night. She sent killers and assassins, kidnappers that ravaged men staying in a holy fortress. Leaders of our army left us in chaos. Nobody wanted war. If this could have been solved with words, it would have been. Sure, you're right, I don't have a lot of proof, but I have a lot of blood.
A young magnate recently put into office, inheriting all the trouble her brother created. All of a sudden she's being challenged by her own people. She has to show strength. Some of her own people decide to take matters into their own hands. At least that's how I hear it. Even then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Renolta decides to just show up. Causes a storm, ghosts, the dead rise up. Many alive. Honestly, I'm just tired. Tired of all this. I think I'm understanding her night now.
He's
I don't want war.
Go ahead.
None of you. Sorry to keep going. I don't want this fight. I'm sure none of you do either. You just want proof, certainty that the magnate isn't a demon worshipper, that she doesn't employ willingly demon worship. It's understandable. I don't blame any of you for that.
Didn't leans in. Wasn't that lady that Grex, the demon?
Willingly. And honestly, I think someone doesn't even want this peace to happen. We do have assassins after to prevent this.
Well, Fifth Ascendant specifically doesn't want this to happen. Sorry to interject.
No, that's fine. I forgot it was him.
Yep.
That's probably a sign that peace is a good thing. It works against someone else's agenda.
I mean, it makes sense because of who he works with and their piece role in all of this.
I believe what's her name? Olivia, right?
Well, I mean, that's part of it. I mean, I don't know. You want me to go through the spiel real quick?
If you don't mind, Lord Renopal, this is something my comrade
Anyways,
Roman knows more
let me
about.
start with
Romaine, that is.
let me start with the most,
The
audacious.
ravioli!
Let me start with the most audacious thing, which is that a lot of things recently that have affected all of our nations have been orchestrated to a degree by Jim Brias Mari. I know that's the big one. That's the thing that's going to be like, oh. But yeah, him. He helped orchestrate your Respice's death. He helped orchestrate the stealing of 2 Earth Fires. He kidnapped Hilo and Rona. He's been in cahoots with a Shatterer. The Fifth Ascendant is working for him. And while I don't know if he's still in charge of the Lilnigian army, at some point its general was Eldrick Bertolf, and he's working with him. So if anything, you're right to be mad at Bertolf, you have the wrong one. Oh, it's a lot, but it's a lot. Late.
He's going to look over at Career and gesture for her to come closer and say, "Career, a word." She's going to walk towards him. They turn their back towards the party.
Quick, we need to do our own group huddle.
Whisper, whisper. Totally legitimate plan. Whisper, whisper.
No, actually, I do have one legitimate whisper.
Alright.
The party huddles in.
Grax, wasn't the lady you killed in the jail the Gendenthel person?
I don't know.
Anybody remember? For what it's worth, I'm willing to provide my inspiration to turn that into an 18 because you haven't stated what the goal is, what the result was. I don't know if you let it work that way.
Yeah, go ahead. You can use your inspiration, but Taylor's got to re-roll.
Okay, then never mind.
I gotta reroll.
I don't trust. I'm sorry. When it's a flat, I was mostly England 18, but
yeah. So Lumbergrax doesn't know what Gendenthel is. At least I don't think so. If he would have picked it up someplace else, you can inform me. But yeah, probably before this meeting, it likely wouldn't have been a term that he's heard. As for Alice, well, she definitely didn't bleed red blood when you killed her. She had ichor inside of her body. Her blood was viscous and black. You don't know what that means, but yeah, probably wasn't human.
well, okay. Oh, sorry, Lil. You're remembering things, so I'll let you react.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't remember where she was from. I was being controlled anyways.
Fair. I mean, did she seem off?
Did she seem off?
I guess my point is that they want some kind of proof. The Magnate isn't, demon worshipping crazy person. And
Yeah, she wasn't normal.
and what was her name? Do you remember her name? The person in the prison.
Loharan is going to speak up and say she was a diviner. Worked for the Magnate. I remember the guards saying. Her name was Alice.
Forever, you worked in the castle. Do you know anything about Ayla?
I know she eats close Magnate.
You cut out on the last word? I know she Magnate.
Trying to be close to the Magnate. I believe she came to rely on her. Bill revealed true nature. Knights were involved in it. Captured.
Okay.
Really know.
But do you guys see where I'm getting at? Grax thinks she's not quite right. Basically, Grax seems to think that she might have been a little, weird, maybe demony. But she was in Storm's Nest. The Magnate put her in Storm's Nest.
Right.
if you're... I mean, the most pessimistic viewing of that is that she's asserting dominance of her demon circle. But otherwise, why would you put the demon lady in prison if you were a demon worshiper?
Pretty much.
It could just be a show. I mean, I don't say that. I don't say that. I want to backtrack this whole thing.
Just like, and I'm going to immediately stab all of them.
They're probably not a demon worshiper. We had to fight these people trying to leave there. Like that was before
She was
her.
in a very secure prison. She was.
Alright, we said. You know what? I won't say my next statement either.
Right, though? Like,
There's no amount of statements that could dig us out of what I could possibly say.
No, there
But-
wasn't.
As you guys are talking, a few people have noticed that Career and Walter have turned around.
I'm gonna go with them because they seem like they're about the stabby kind, and I'm itching for some stabby stabs.
Career's a sorceress.
Okay, you can't stab with magic. Get out of here, monk. Go kick stuff with your feet.
You guys can keep going. They're not interrupting your huddle.
They want proof. It's actually honestly better than theirs, but like we have some proof, like somewhat good faith on terms of their core belief system here.
Yeah, but you're going off of core beliefs. They want like an ear or something, probably. Let's go get them an ear.
We killed her.
All right. Well, where's her body?
The question Father Hay took to his grave.
Well, you didn't kill her.
Well, yeah, but
Can we just throw someone under the bus? Like, you
It's
know,
like, is there no one we can shove the blame on?
Who's not here right now?
Carter's not here.
Dusty's not here.
He's got a guild with no members. Obviously, they're all demons.
well, I don't know if like our leverage if we mention it. Be a good idea to mention this.
Whatever gets us out of this room and gets me to stab.
Wait, Bob, you kind of cut out. Did you say it would or wouldn't be a good idea to mention?
Well, I wasn't sure. Like a leverage point. Play all of our cards.
Could be useful. The proof they want that she's not. Well, seems like it's proof that she's not what they think she is. Not what her brother.
Right. Anyways, they're looking at us, so we should probably turn around.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Yes?
how much of my conversation with her would I remember since my memory has been modified?
How much of your conversation with Alice do you remember?
Since my memory is modified.
Yeah, you would remember, most of your conversation with her. There are bits of it of just like, do you think somebody sent you there to kill her? Yeah, it was a nobleman named something Alican. I forget his first name. And you were trying to decide if you should kill her or not, but then there was a spell placed on you that ultimately pushed you to do it. Other than that, you remember all of the conversation you had with her.
Okay. So I got a sense of what she was then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys turn back around?
Yeah.
Walter is going to say, my daughter reminded me of the Bonding Flame passage. Your fires pass to all, souls grown one of 4. And reminds me of the bonds we all share. Our duty to every Ardorian inside of this nation. But I look to the passage of Lost Reflections. Lydia is going to nod and speak up and say, "Your eyes meeting your eyes does not serve those never known." It says, "Excellent." Priestess Solemn. And he's going to look towards the party and say, "The message that I received from Councilwoman Tolles says that she wishes for a ceasefire between us to eventually move towards peace. A chance to handle the army at our borders, and then we can settle our dispute."
You be willing?
He's going to look towards Career, who seems to be standing resolute, not trying to show any emotion whatsoever on her face. And then he's going to say, "Yes, I'd be willing to postpone unnecessary bloodshed. I will not, however, reopen negotiations with the magnate. I will not send my men to die inside of her keeps and castles."
Is there like a middle ground?
That was the middle ground.
No, I mean like a neutral site. Or
a neutral site. He says, he's going to think for a moment and says, "I think about meeting in the fields of Career's going to speak up and say, I hear she's with child and she's infirmed and can't travel.
For what it's worth, we became aware of a prisoner, Storm's Nest. Appears to be the leader of the Gendenthal cult. I mention this because if the magnate truly isn't and can't travel, it might be a sort of... If she's imprisoning the exact kind of people that you're worried she's consorting with, maybe that's a sign of good faith.
He's going to think for a moment and say, good faith. And it's been years since our country's had that. You know, I could sit here and I could negotiate. I could tie you to treaties and contracts. And I could say you'd get what you want on the release of the Eye of the Mountain. One of the North's most holy symbols, being held within the capital as a prisoner of war. I could do all of these things.
I don't like that could.
I think good faith is what should define this accord. Is going to look to Career and say, we'll move towards peace. We won't surrender. None who participated in this rebellion will be arrested or have their titles or land stripped from them. But we won't make any moves to attack the capital. We have no demands. it is on good faith. And he's going to nod, and Career is going to say, and should our faith be betrayed a final time, we will bear the judge's weight.
And that verse I like.
Thank you for your time. Honestly, I just would like to reiterate the Fifth Ascendant. Now that we are at least moving towards peace, he may take bolder action. Especially if he finds him.
Walter is going to nod and say, It's seldom I seek the path of the sword as my first option. Its weight is heavy, and its burden much. Him and his followers were quite common throughout Darandar, but I could not abide them further. I've sent emissaries, and he's been negotiated out, and he's moved. And what remained of his followers, I sent the Sun Yeth to quell.
I hope that will be enough to stop him. From what Roman has said, he has some peculiar abilities.
In travel between shadows.
Well, Walter is going to speak up and chuckle and say, Well, I hope he bears no yoke against me. I showed all of the kindness that the wills entail when dealing with him and his followers, until they became too much. He looks towards Roman and says, I abide those of different faiths, those of different communities to abide in our lands. Not those who consort with demons and of the Gendenthal circle, though. But there are many that people call gods in this world. I try and be receptive of them, and those who seek the blood of others, sheerly for vindictive purposes. Those are the ones that have no place in the North. And he's gonna say, well, with that, I wasn't expecting to have such a lengthy conversation tonight. You shall still be welcomed in the morning, but I'll write my news to the High Council with my own pen. He nods to the party and says, with that, I'm taking my leave for the evening. I'll see to it Captain Arel shows you to your quarters. He starts walking out.
Have a good night, Lord Rumble.
Say that again? Rob, say that again?
I'm gonna bow.
Oh, okay, you bow. Okay.
Maybe I'll also bow.
I'll put my dagger in the air.
A deep bow.
You see Career mouth something towards you as she walks by, silently.
I can read lips.
Yeah, you can.
That's why she's doing it.
Yeah, from
Well, she
what
couldn't have done it at me. She'd have to be like just walking on her knees.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it's don't throw away our history together. I will kill you if you betray us.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Oh, that's the Career I know and love from the beginning.
She plays for Pinks.
That's the Career that kidnapped Brock to marry him. Don't ruin her love life. Got it.
Marry me!
No.
Be my wife!
Her and Roman's history together. They know each other.
Yeah, don't ruin her and
I
Brock's
can't-
love life.
I can't. I don't feel like I can react to that because it feels like it's happening as she walks away. So if I turn and be like, "I won't," it's just gonna look dumb. If anything, I'm just gonna kind of incredulously shrug. I'm always the bad guy.
Lydia is going to exhale and say, "Wow, he bears the weight of 2 nations on his shoulder with one decision."
I honestly believe he's just a man who's trying to do right by what he knows. Fortunately, that can get away.
As Lydia says that, she's going to nod. You guys see the wheels turning in Ilderon's mind as she seems lost in thought. Finally, Lydia is going to speak up and say, "So, we did it? If there is peace between the North and if there's peace between the North and the rest of Ardor, then they'll agree to the ceasefire. If they agree to the ceasefire, you see Geisen wiping a tear from his eyes and is gonna say, Shala's gonna get out of jail. And she looks towards Altus and says, and we'll get an army from Supreme Light Pramada.
Yeah, her! No. God, she's gonna ask how we did. We didn't do good. I like my head. Lydia, you're gonna have to take one for me. You're gonna have to take one for the team, Lydia.
And she's gonna shake her head and say, no, we did good. We found peace.
We did it.
You'll get your good name restored.
Yeah. My good name. Now, if only I could restore my body. Oh, speaking of, I guess now would probably be time to summon Shiazro.
Why would you do that right now?
Maybe.
In front of
Maybe.
literally everybody, so we know you're a big dick. Or, more accurately, giving your summon a huge ass.
Captain Arel is going to move with her 6 remaining knights, or guards, and say, well, we can show you to the guest quarters, and you can settle for the night. Lydia is going to open her pouch and say, I've got 13 gold left that I've scrounged up from our travels. Can you show us to the nicest inn in town? We're celebrating tonight.
13 gold?
I mean, she gave away all of her money for you guys.
Really? I mean, here.
Why?
The person who's not here, how much gold does he have? I have like 315 gold.
Whoa, wait. What? Where did you get all that gold?
How do you think?
As the rest of your party is
As
literally
someone who
fighting for
has
scraps.
As someone who has not once bought a single item and is a kleptomaniac, how do you think?
I've got 34 gold. I've been marketing packs thinking we would need this money.
A little heart
Hey, for
is
the
going
hell, Lydia,
to.
put your money away.
That is not even No, I'm not here. I'm in a gutter
Back
somewhere.
on task!
As Grax hides his bank account.
Do they hear us
yeah.
just like screaming at each other?
No.
I'm not here. No, I'm not here. Remember,
Yeah.
I'm in a gutter somewhere.
Where
Yeah.
are you talking?
Dusty's sleeping in a ditch. Lydia's going to put her money away at Altus's insistence and say, are you going to pay?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Lil Haran's going to shake her hands at both of you and say, no, we need that money for the travel back to the capital.
No, I have a strong feeling that the other half man it'll be fine.
We can celebrate in the capital.
Oh, but that's so far away, and
I
I
can-
don't my donkey.
that I don't have.
Roman, carry me.
Absolutely not.
I will resummon the donkey.
Roman, carry him, please.
I'm tired of all this not stabbing I've been doing.
Anyways, I'm gonna carry Altus, but I'm gonna carry him upside down.
That's fine.
As you go to, Aloharn's going to perk up with a finger and say, Roman, a word, if you would, before you do.
Okay, but don't you summon the donkey while. Okay.
Will don't. Or don't will. Yes.
As Roman steps away with Aloharn, Lydia's going to step in front of the party and say, if I can lead you in an ancient, ancestral Alonagian song. We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
I just imagine like her doing like the alternating walking in a circle. Just...
We did.
Okay, but can she roll a performance check on how well she sang?
It's not very good, but in a few...
But the enthusiasm is there.
After a few moments, Geisen's going to start snapping his fingers, and Netra will skip around with her. If Altus and Lumigrax join, they are free to. Bravia too.
Maybe shouldn't do this in this building like an echo.
Yeah.
The voice of reason.
Aloharn's
Party
going
pooper.
to pull Roman.
Did somebody say cast mass suggestion?
Everybody dance!
Oh, that's happening.
Oh God.
Everybody dance now.
Everybody dance. Let's pull this out. Let's pull this out. We're gonna dance it.
Oh God. No.
Everybody dance for a little heart. There you go. Now start dancing.
Alright. I'm gonna roll 4 saves. Netra fails and starts dancing.
Yes.
Geisen fails and starts dancing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I actually rolled for Fravia and Lumigrax. You guys are free to roll for yourselves.
What do I roll?
You roll a wisdom save against
Okay.
the suggestion. Everybody dance for a little heart. Or, well, I'm assuming he meant for Lydia.
Yes.
Lydia's
either
the
one.
one dancing. Yeah.
Sorry, I've got so much tooth pain. Oh, okay.
All right, Fravia
Oh,
is
you
going to
survived
be immune to this dancing. Lumigrax, go ahead and give me that wisdom save. But anyways,
Come on, grunty boy.
What are we doing?
My Fey ancestry finally came through. After 2 half-elf characters.
Roman is pulled aside with Aloharan. Aloharan is going to speak up.
Scandalous.
And she's going to whisper to you and say, that man, the one you were traveling with, his name was,
Brock?
She shakes her head and says, no, I think it was Zodra?
Yeah.
He
Zodra.
He had a letter on him that he showed us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall its contents?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's the only thing that verifies anything that you've claimed about the Mil Anthelgar, his accomplices, and what he's doing.
I mean, yeah, if you need something that isn't eyewitness report.
She begins rubbing her shoulders and then looking towards the hallway where the party's dancing and says, why did you kill High or Supreme Light Solemn?
He didn't give me a lot of choice. It was very much presented as a killer be killed situation. And I may worship the goddess of death, but I don't have a death wish.
Ilderon is going to nod and say, well, keep your fists ready.
Why? What are you worried about?
I haven't put it all together yet. And she's gonna turn to start walking away.
I'm gonna grab her wrists.
She stops.
You need to tell me. I know I haven't exactly been forthcoming about things, but...
She's going to say, well, if you're angry at Genprius, your grudge against him had anything to do with why you went after Supreme Light Solemn. That letter said his involvement was because he was a judge. The wills teaches if you hold the weight of a single soul's purpose in your hands, you become a judge. She nods towards the hallway and says, we just made that man decide the fate of 10 million lives. How much do you think his soul weighs? And he said this fifth ascended can go anywhere at any moment. If it comes down to it and you have to kill him too, then I just hope that we're gone by the time you have to do it.
Look, I don't quite understand what you think. You know, I'm about what I'm doing. I didn't hunt. Iman wasn't on my radar. Iman interjected. Like, I knew, you know, you could piece it together that he was a part of all. So, maybe I could have talked my way out of it, but I wasn't exactly looking for that, because I had already dealt with so much of the other things their group had done. But I just want to stress that I didn't go searching for that end. I didn't want to do it. It happened.
Ilderon is going to nod and say, and look, I don't want you to have to kill Walter either. I'm just saying, we're fighting an enemy that's adapting to us. I don't know why we didn't get attacked coming in here. I don't know why the Fifth Ascended hasn't been more on us, or why the pressure's been on us to get here. But I'm just saying, you killed a man who was a judge, and you just created another one. So she gestures towards the door and says, keep your fists ready.
I've been doing a handful of judging myself recently. Whatever. I'll keep my hands ready.
Ilderon walks away, arms wrapped around her shoulders. Still looking uncomfortable. She joins everybody who is dancing. And
except Fravia, who's just looking at them.
yeah. At which point she's going to say, "Cut that out. Let's get some rest." I don't know how long suggestion lasts. I think it's only
Like it's a minute.
24 hours.
24 hours. Oh my god. Fravia's actually going to go. I can't. Geisen's going to look down and say, "Wait, I can't." And he looks to Altus and says, "Damn, lace magical words." Oh god, when I get my sword out, he says as he does a warrior's kata. Ilderon's gonna run her hand over her head and say, "Altus, dispel this."
Yeah, I got you.
Totally just walk away.
Yeah, this'll probably work.
All you have to do is stop. Oh wait, no, you don't have to stop. It's not concentration.
Well, yeah, but he's the caster. He can dismiss it once.
There you go. I only dispel Geisen, so I feel like he has dignity. The rest of you can keep walking.
I believe the way suggestion works is once you carry out the suggestion, you're fine. Like, it's 24 hours and you can give it like a trick. So you could like suggest, give all of your money to a blonde person. And you have 24 hours to run into a blonde person to give your money to.
Fair. I feel like Altus's command was just dance for Lydia.
So,
The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration, so... Like I said, I removed from Geisen because he has dignity and will kill me.
Well, if it is dance for Lydia, if Lydia doesn't want to dance anymore.
I didn't make Lydia dance, it was for Lydia.
Right. So if she doesn't want to dance anymore, wouldn't that mean they could stop?
Geisen's going to just like prowl, not moving his hand to his sword, looking over to Lomagrax and Netra. At which point Lydia is going to step forward and say, "I've got them," and she's going to dispel on Netra, who dispels on Lomagrax.
Damn you all having magic.
Netra suppresses the urge to punt Altus like a football.
That's fine. That's fine. It's warranted.
Otherwise, Captain Arel shows you guys to quarters inside of what was the name of this keep? Inside of the Rentalpaw keep. I pulling up my notes. Anyway, she's going to show you to the guest quarters in here, and you are the shrine. Nope, that's not it. You are able to. I'll say between the whole party, there's about 2 rooms that you guys can split up into. The rooms are spacious though, and there are large king-size beds, or queen-size beds in each room, so you guys could fit 2 to 3 people on each bed. I'm going to put Lydia, Ilderon, and Netra in one
I call the
room.
bed with Roman.
Oh,
and Fravia. Fravia can.
yeah. So that's if we're going split like that, then yeah, Fravia will go.
Yay! All the guys get to cuddle.
Then Altus, Geisen, Lomagrax, and Roman in the other room. Oh, it's a perfect split.
We gotta be warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Dusty's sleeping in a ditch somewhere, like the street urchin he is.
You know, the thing is, Dusty's more comfortable on the street.
You could at least be doing backflips for more gold.
Oh please, I just stole those homeless people's money. You know, the 2 silver they actually, that's being very generous. The half copper that they have.
You know, you'd think you might, like, reverse steal the homeless people. You know what?
As I said, I am Robin Hood. I
Or
steal from the
yourself.
rich and give to the poor. My poor, poor self.
Yeah, but they're not rich. You just stole from the poor and gave to them.
You're not even poor. You're rich.
They are spiritually rich.
Actually, I was about to say.
You're rich.
In comparison to them, and you've exploited them. If anything, you're not Robin Hood, you're Jeff Bezos.
I am totally cool with that.
Just so you unsubscribe, Jeff Bezos leaves.
Okay.
So what are we
we're
gonna do in the bedroom?
Fire stories.
I can make everyone read the book, and then we
Stand
can all
outside
be
in the moonlight and
servants
debate
to the
all of my
Jedi
life
state.
choices because a little Haran accuses me of murder.
She didn't accuse you of murder. You admitted. You killed.
I did. Okay. I'm sorry. I admitted to murder.
I didn't even have to help
For some
on this.
reason, stuck on the idea that I might just have to turn around and strangle Walter Redaball.
Also, was it really murder? The dude was evil.
It
I
was
call that.
self-defense. He attacked me.
Yeah, that's a mercy killing at best.
I might have also claimed at one point that I would hurt everything that he loved. And here I am protecting his daughters. So what do I know?
I mean, after trading her, so that we have to pay all of our gold to get her back.
What gold do you have?
Hey, I helped.
My retirement fund that's gone now.
Where were you gonna retire to? You kill people for a living. What, are you gonna go to a beach and
I'm a
relax?
sailor, damn it. So yes.
So as a matter of fact, yeah.
I feel like it'd be a good time to write to Nafano.
Okay, you can go ahead and write him a letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it out. I'm actually gonna write this.
All right. So what's everybody doing? Altus is writing a letter.
Fravia is probably going to crash because she feels emotionally drained.
Okay. Fravia is going to sleep.
Yep.
Gaizen is also going to ask Captain Arel before she leaves for some writing utensils as he begins penning a letter to by candlelight next to Altus. Lumigrax and Roman, what are you guys doing?
What am I gonna do?
I'm back. There we go.
As soon as you guys let me know, we'll move on to the next day and wake up dust of Ronies.
Going to sleep.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go to sleep.
I'll be the big spoon.
I call Middle Spoon.
I'm gonna sleep with
Wait. I got another thing to cast real quick since we're going to bed. Get in the bed.
Do I have to make another wisdom save?
Yes.
Yeah. There are verbal and somatic components. You are aware Altus is casting a spell.
No, because it's dominate and
It is dominate, but it's 6.
But it is verbal, so I'm saying it. And I have an 18! We need warmth, Robin.
Does this count as a charmed effect?
yes, it does.
Don't uncharm it, just fall into
Taking
it.
a deep breath?
No.
I'm going on a goddamn walk!
Can only end
I
fantastic.
might sleep in a fucking ditch today.
Five stars, dude. It's just like, fuck it.
All right. Where do you walk to? Do you walking out of these?
I want to go outside.
Okay.
I want to be in the moonlight.
I wonder if it comes across the mold that I put up.
I think or not Altus. I rolled that Dusty was in a place called the Hearts Village part of this area. Okay.
I don't remember.
No, for my own notes. I was just looking at it. Okay, so I was just looking at like the stuff around you guys. Okay, Roman's going outside. Everybody else is going to sleep. Roman.
Yes.
You are able to find your way outside of. You're able to find your way outside of the Renopal keep and onto the streets around the Lions Village area of Beagle Hold. There are. You're back.
How close am I to that statue of Amira?
Well, I was actually just about to say you were on the road that leads up to the keep. The road bends and turns into the grounds. Just outside of the keep's gates is where the road with all of those shrines are.
I want to go back to the statue.
Okay, you're able to do so. You find the statue of Mira. Obviously, you and... Well, I think you and Lydia helped clean it off.
We did.
Yeah. It is of Amira. She is holding a bow up to the sky, drawing it. As she draws it, the bow bends around like a sun rising behind her. Let's see. Has the statue had any more visitors since you guys have been here?
I think Dusty passed by it.
Well, not this one. There are lots of shrines in this town. It has not.
Sit down. Just kind of stare up at it. I guess I could wax poetically. Am I even doing the right thing? I guess I should talk to you. You seem like you understand what it's like to maybe do something silly and then just want to hide from. I don't know if I can really talk to my gods about this because I haven't died, so I don't know if I, qualify for employment. But since I'm alive, maybe you have answers. What am I doing anyway?
You hear a voice, and it sounds low and a little bit apathetic, since you're talking to a statue.
Is there anybody around me?
Looking behind you, there's a man, and he's wearing a suit of chainmail. Let's see, what's he got on him? He's got light blue eyes, and he's got a warhammer on his shoulder.
Yeah, well, statue. Pretty much how you talk to gods, right?
He's going to sit down on the ground next to Roman and says, "Oh, when I want to talk to mine, I normally head to Umia's temple. Normally around 10th day, you find her there. Make sure she sees everybody."
I used to be a sailor, so I have a special appreciation for.
He's going to extend a hand and say, "Name's Otwick."
Roman. I return the gesture.
Nonsense is, yeah, I used to be a Sagite. Traded the life for adventuring.
I didn't really have a choice.
He looks up at the statue and says, A lot of people don't take too kindly to Amira around here. Doesn't seem like she cares much for us humans anyways.
Well, in a way I can relate.
He laughs. And he's, gonna say, well, I was, looking for a, dog. Came running by this area. You happen to see one? Ginger little thing?
Dog?
He
No,
nods.
I didn't see any dog. No dogs, just a statue. And you.
He is going to continue sitting there and say, well, what brought you here?
A silly promise to a dead man.
He laughs and says, heh, silly promises. Silly promise to an apprentice got me here.
Yeah?
He's gonna say, you know, you and I aren't so different. Two strangers out at night, each seeking a different purpose. One thing that eludes us. Me is scrappy little dog. You, purpose and guidance from the gods. You know, basically the same thing.
Yeah, more or less.
He's going to point his warhammer to the sky and say, you know, there's so many stars up there. I just... Sometimes if you can't find guidance from the gods, maybe you can find one to guide your own path. I like to name them. That one right there, that's Otwick. And that one's Otwick Jr. And that one's Otwick Jr. the Third.
Not very creative, are you?
He shrugs. He points towards the keep and says, well, if I was one of the Riddlepaw's Soulsworn, if I was up there, I could name the whole night sky.
Fair enough.
Roman Ronies, Roman Ronies.
Mm-hmm.
Several stars twinkle as you look up into the sky. Other than that, Otwick.
Which stars?
Which stars?
I mean, are you just being generic, like the sky's twinkling, or was it like oddly weird that like?
Probably about 5 stars in a line.
I mean, do those stars have meaning?
To Roman?
Yeah.
You can roll me a insight check.
Oh no.
Dude. I mean, you've learned some Ardorian ways. They're very guided by astrology. The Ilderon calendar is based off of the, you know, Arter astrology or astronomy calendar. But to you, it kind of felt more like a shooting star shooting across the sky, but it was dark. As
A
in,
dark star?
yeah, as in it blocked light rather than
Did it
giving
look like
off
it
any.
went in a direction?
To Roman?
Yeah.
Yes.
What direction?
West towards the. It wasn't the easiest thing to track. But it kind of shot towards the keep, if anything, and like trying to look behind it. The keep blocked your vision. That is to say, if it was even a shooting star. Otwick is going to place a hand on your shoulder and say, I see you're probably naming a couple. He's just going to say, just leave Otwick Jr. and Otwick the Third out of this.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
He walks down the road. Ever so often you hear a whistle. It's just like a...
So if I follow the general direction, I have to, like, back through the key.
I mean, to Roman, yeah, it was cut off by the keep. If there was a direction, it looked like it went towards the keep.
Well, now I'm going to go back inside. Because I'm not one to ignore possible signs from the stars. Also, I'm not doing anything else out here, so...
Yeah, I mean, you can go inside. Where are you going inside the keep? There's, walking back inside, Captain Norell is, patrolling around the outside, with her platoon of, night soldiers, and, they're going to, obviously let you, into the, gates, and one will break off from his patrol route to the, front of the, keep and, let you inside. Inside too, there are a couple patrols like just moving in and around the keep. You're able to easily, navigate through here. You're not completely free of eyes, but you are not accompanied.
I guess, what is considered westward? I mean, like, it's a keep, so I can't necessarily just walk straight, but...
Let's see, walking inside, westward, in this keep, you can go to the, western sections of it. There is a, barracks here. Inside there would be, likely, 24, sleeping either servants or guards with are in bunk beds. There's two up playing cards by lantern light. They look up at you as you enter the room.
Everything okay?
They're going to say, oh, yeah, yes, we protect the rental pause, but the those who patrol through the evening are taking their shifts. A woman's going to look back at you and say, we just, me and Lippa here like to just sit and play cards until one of us passes out. He nods and says, war's on the horizon. You never know when which day will be your last. The woman nods and says, better to enjoy it with a friend.
Yeah. What? So wait, so real quick, so I'm like, I had to pass through these on like my route? This isn't like the westmost portion?
Oh, this is the westmost portion of the keep, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Passing through the western parts of the keep, would just be like corridors. There's one that leads to the central area of the keep. in which there is a square, or rather the room is a large square, and there's a staircase that wraps around the outside of it. It looks like it goes through the entire interior of the keep, going up several flights. It wraps around each floor, weaving higher and higher and higher, and there's a chamber door leading into this large stairwell. The room itself is probably 30 feet by 30 feet.
Okay, so real quick, so this is the westmost point, but I'm not, like, at the highest point?
You're not at the highest point. You're at the base of the...
Can I start climbing the stairs?
Yeah. You can leave the barracks, go back to the stairwell, and start climbing. Easily ascending to the top floor. Before you get to the top floor, about at the 4th floor, you are going to hear a... And that's it.
Running. Or, wait, would that be like, I hear it as I'm ascending, so it's like panic mode, or like directly to, like, I passed a door?
You hear it as you're ascending.
Okay, so
yeah,
panic, running.
You can run, and you can run, and you can run, going through corridors. You see a light, you see a lantern light turning a corner. As you do, there is a spear leaned against the wall. The lantern attached to a nail on the wall. Whoever was carrying it is gone. Looking around the corner, there is darkness.
I should not be by myself right now. But I don't have time to get assistance! Into the darkness! I have dark vision, fuck off!
Oh, when did you get dark vision?
I have a belt!
Oh, fair. Alright. Running through the darkness, you are going... Well, you've got dark vision. You can see there is a body outside of the door. It is a person clad in chainmail. They have a tabard on of the Renopal family. They are on the corner. The door itself is closed.
Is it unlocked?
Is it unlocked? You know what? I'll roll you a percentage die. Wait, I didn't set parameters for that die. I just rolled it. Chances that it's unlocked. I would say
roll in my favor.
Okay, I would say there's a 60% chance it's unlocked. 29. It is unlocked. You are able to move the latch. Well, before you open the door, you're welcome to open the door. You hear chanting on the other side of it.
Oh, well, then let me put my ear to the door. Try to use my stupid high passive perception.
It sounds like spell components.
Okay, we're busted in.
All right. There is a man on the bed, at which you recognize him as Walter Renopal. There are 2 people holding his arms down. Shadows seem to be dropping off of them like liquid, dripping to the floor and evaporating into mist. Standing over him, holding a gem, is going to be factions. This man chanting. You see him holding a jade gemstone, at which point Walter is being sucked into it. After a few seconds elapse, I think a few seconds. Let's see.
I mean, I'm gonna immediately rush to deck him.
Okay.
I don't know if I have time.
Yeah. That's interesting, because I don't know if imprisonment is instant.
I can look that up.
I'm looking it up now. It's fine. EFGHI. Imprisonment takes 1 minute. Alright, I'm going to roll you a d10 of how many turns have elapsed of them casting imprisonment. Alright. You move into the room, moving towards Walter on the bed. The fifth ascendant looks up towards you and back towards the chanting of the spell. The two sages are going to let go of Walter, who is mostly affected by this by now, and they are going to move to stop Roman. Roll me initiative.
Man, part of me was thinking, should I wander around and more smiles?
So far, so good.
Since it's two of them, I'll roll initiative separate for them. You have 1 initiative. They have moved from the bed to block your path. Running by them will take an attack of opportunity from either of them.
Not if we take the disengage action as a bonus action.
All right.
Which we're doing. And we are going to put up our knucks, and we are throwing hands at 10.
Okay. Go for it. Roll me 2 attack rolls.
Does a 26 hit?
Does a 26 hit? A 26 is going to hit him. You
Okay,
can roll
cool.
damage.
We're also throwing up a disarming strike.
And
a stunning strike.
So those are saves. He does have the opportunity to use legendary resistance against them.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, before I let this go, I'm going to give you the opportunity because I want to make sure you're completely informed. The regular attempts for making a disarming attempt at somebody is a contested ability check.
Disarming attack is a battle master die.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was just saying, I know that's a battle master die. I was saying if you wanted to change one of those to a disarming attempt, he wouldn't be able to use a legendary resistance against it. If he rolls a save, he has the option to use legendary resistance.
I am fine with the decision that I've made.
Okay. He is going to fail, and he is going to use 2 legendary resistances.
Okay. We are now going to roll damage. He took 22 points of damage.
Alright, he rolls a save to maintain concentration. And wait, no, he only has to get a 12 on this.
He's getting an 11.
Oh, he has to get an 11. He passes. He rolled a 5. Woo! I was like, okay, he definitely failed that, not hitting a 17. But
Anyways, because we're in hero mode, we're action surging. Wait, does the 14 hit?
The 14 does not hit.
I figured, but I thought I'd ask. We're action surging!
Alright. Give me one more attack. The 24 hits. The 23 also hits. Are you using Stunning Strike or any Battle Master die?
We're definitely going to Stunning Strike him. I don't know off the top of my head if I can use more than Battle Master die like in a turn.
Pretty sure you...
I'm pretty sure I can. I think it's I can't stack them on it. But I can stack them.
Yeah, if you give me 1 second, I'm looking it up for you right now. Alright, Battle Master... Maneuvers.
Because I will.
Oh, go ahead.
I will go for another. Because if it's good, I will go for another disarming attempt.
You learn through maneuvers. You have 4 superiority dice. A superiority die is expended when you use it. You regain all superiority die when you finish a short or long rest.
You can only use 1 maneuver per attack.
Yeah, 1 maneuver per attack, but not per attack action.
Oh, well.
Your attack action gives you multiple attacks.
Handbook. The book just detached from the cover.
Oh no. Well, in the future campaign, I have the player's handbook on Roll20, and it will be shared with everyone.
So yeah, on that first attack, we're definitely stunning, striking, and using another superiority die to disarm.
Okay. He is going to pass the stunning strike and fail the disarming attempt.
I'm gonna try. If he fails to disarm, does he have a legendary resistance?
He does have another legendary resistance, but he is going to.
I'm gonna try and knock the diamond out of his hand.
Well, no, he's not going to use it. The diamond is going to. It's a
jade.
piece of jade. It's going to fly to the corner of the room. He looks towards it and then towards you. He enters initiative round.
He takes 25.
Okay.
That attack, and then because we burn in everything to save poor old Walter, we are going to burn yet another key point for a stun, and we're going to go with a menacing attack instead of disarming attack. So he has to make a wisdom save, or he's afraid of me.
All right. Passing the stunning strike with the nat 20 and failing the menacing strike. He is going to burn his last legendary resistance on that. All right. How much damage is that in total? 25, 22 is 7.
47.
47 plus the last 6.
70.
All right. Action surge burned. As you leap in and you start punching into his cloak, shadows absorbing each hit, he is going to look at you and say, "You should have died on the road." He enters initiative round, rolling a 18. Walter enters at a 14. They'll act next turn. Let's see.
What he said is funny because it's like, you should have died on the road. Roman's gonna be like, I don't even know you.
I don't, actually. I don't know if I recognize him from that one night in that bar.
Yeah. The 2 sages are going to come to attack Roman. The first one, moving behind Roman, is gonna use the Comet Staff.
26 hit.
Yeah, Roman is going to be very familiar with this. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna fail this, and I'm gonna hide it.
Why did you have to go out? You could have just stayed in bed with us.
But
I'm
then
a damn hero!
he's a big damn hero.
An Ardorian hero! And I obviously wanted to make sure both characters were dead going into the fight.
I can't believe it.
All right.
Inspiration.
Hey.
We're still hanging in!
I doubt
right.
like this will make this will make noise if no one's nearby, like to cause a commotion.
No, just
you
like
get
the
hit
lightning
by
bolt.
a second one, and then at the the next person who's going to come up is the other person. You can roll me another save against that. They're going to flank. This comes with advantage, so don't count. Well, you can count the 20.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna just roll it with advantage. I'm only taking the first, the 29. And then here, this is their second attack, the 29. So you're going to take... I'll add all of that up in a second, because I don't know how much it's going to matter.
37.
Okay. from all 3 instances are...
Yeah, both of that's 37, so that's... I'm
You've,
still up.
well, you've taken 4 instances of damage, because he's hit you.
Yeah, no, sorry, the last 2 were 37.
Okay. So...
I kept up.
Okay, there you go. And then that's the last bit there. No, I didn't roll all of the damage for you. Oh, wait, yes, I did. Yes, I did. 8 plus 18, 9 plus 17,
Yeah.
9. Disregard the 7 plus 16, the very last one. Okay. All right. So, anyways, these 2 sages are going to come behind you and just start like plowing into you with these staffs of made of shadow energy. At it, you're going to fall to a knee on the last one. The end of the round, Walter is going to scream, yelling at the top of his lungs, "Help!" At which point, the 5th Ascendant puts his hand over Walter's mouth, covering him. The top of the round, the sages move to restrain him. They're able to do so easily again. And I'm going to roll a percentage die for the party. Do you guys want high in your favor or low in your favor?
What do you guys think?
Hi.
Also high.
Going high.
All right. Okay, so the party. Let's jump to them, and then we'll do the next round of combat, if that's okay with you, Rob.
That's fine, I'm gonna die, so...
All right. The party is all settling into bed, and on the faintest whisper of a wind, you guys are just gonna hear. Otherwise, the night's pretty pleasant. Inside of Fravia, Lydia, and Ilderon's room. I'm missing somebody. Fravia, Lydia, Ilderon, and Netra. There we go. Ilderon is going to have trouble sleeping and eventually get up. She's going to grab her cloak and look back at the other people in the room and say, I'm going to go check on Roman. It's something I forgot to discuss with him earlier. Lydia is just going to shrug and continue reading her prayer book.
I don't know what Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to go. I don't know, like, if she's already out or not.
I'll roll you a Constitution save.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Fravia's awake.
Okay. She's, I don't want to metagame. Damn it. Damn it. Sorry, Brandon, this is metagaming. But, she'll say, I'll probably do a walk around. I'm still kind of on edge about this whole Fifth Ascended thing. If you don't mind, Brandon, I see that, I don't know, like, we're taking, like, the donning and doffing of armor as a thing. So it would be like Fravia's halfway taking her stuff off and then, like, you know what? Put this back on. But, I see, like, I was looking at that too just in case. It's just like 10 minutes to put the whole thing back on. Would it be like
you can suit up
cutting it in half? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cutting it in half if you want to, like, put it all back on. But,
yeah, if you don't mind, yeah. But I'll join you later. You can go on ahead. Maybe get one of the guys to go with you.
Ilderon's going to shake her head and say, "Nonsense, they're right across the hall." And a few moments, there's going to be a knock on Dusty's not there.
I would say Dusty is definitely not here.
That would be great. A knock on Dusty's door. What a twist.
Altus.
So, like, what a twist! You find the door to the back.
Yeah!
Lumagrax
Here.
and Geisen. There's a knock on your door. Who answers it?
I answer.
You're going to see Ilderon standing in her shift
clothes on.
and her cloak. She's going to say, "Is Roman available?"
Roman's not here.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Does Altus have clothes on?
No, of course not.
He's standing in his nude.
The world needed to know.
He's leaned back in a chair, legs spread. Oh, hello.
Thank you.
What brings you here?
Didn't see you there.
Didn't see you behind my micro penis.
It's quite large, you know.
Ilderon is going to nod and say, "I see he took my advice. All right, I'll just pack up your stuff. Geisen, Lumagrax, you too. We're leaving tonight."
I'm asleep.
Oh no.
She says, "No, pack up your stuff now." She's going to turn and go back into the room in a hustle and start packing up her stuff as Fravia's putting on her armor. And she's going to say, "Good, everybody pack." Lydia's
Wait,
gonna,
why? What's going on?
Ilderon's going to say, "I may have told Roman to kill Walter Reynoldpaw, and he might have taken me up on that. We should go now."
What? Bravy's just gonna
what?
try to put the rest of her armor on to make sure Roman doesn't do stupid things.
Oh, we've already gotten that stupid. I'm coming home, Daddy.
Does everybody pack up?
Yeah.
Bravy's not packing, she's just putting her stuff out to run out and try to find Roman.
Here I thought Dusty was abandoning everyone. Little did I know, everyone was abandoning Dusty.
Would I have
Die
time?
in this group.
Would I be able to do ascending?
To Roman?
Roman? Yes.
Sure, he can respond while stunned. His mind still works. He's just got
I
cold
will-
block in the face.
I will do ascending to Roman and say, Roman, where are you?
Killing people. Give me a second. Assassins are working. No, I'm kidding. Roman's free to reply.
Oh, can I?
You are.
The Fifth Ascendant is attacking Walter Reynoldpaw. I am going.
Anytime.
It cut out perfectly.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
At this point, like, Ilderon's gonna say, "If you don't need it, just leave it. We have to go before the guards rally."
Arabia is going to yell this out. Roman is fighting the Fifth Ascendant.
Oh, we're definitely leaving.
I'm gonna pop out of the room and go, "It's stabbing time!"
Yeah, you can leave. She'll tell her you can leave if you want. And
No, I'm kidding. She doesn't yell that.
We're gonna go save our friend! The traitor!
No, how do we pick up Dusty? I'll just trips over him on the way there.
I was just gonna whistle out in the streets and hope your weird little, like, half manager picked him up with, like, echolocation or something.
My sexual partner needs me. Let's go.
You know what? I'm gonna roll you a percentage die. Do you want high or low in your favor?
High?
No, not for you.
Okay.
For Jackal, because I feel bad.
I will go high.
All right, let's the fates decide.
Oh!
All right, yeah, you.
All right, guys. It's been a great final session. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, you are sleeping. You're sleeping in a ditch, and there's a man who comes like just walking by, and you just hear him whistling. He doesn't notice you. He just keeps whistling.
Hey, some of us are trying to sleep. Dick.
Yeah, you missed your spiritual connection with Oatwick.
Otis? It's
Oatwick.
me, y'all, Otis!
Anyways,
God's getting
I am
sick.
magic!
back inside of the room. I am going to roll. God, the party's gonna get there. Like, I don't know, the guest quarters wouldn't be too far from here. Like, if you guys are rushing, I'd say you guys can get there at the start of the next round.
Oh, wow.
But that's, gonna be just enough to watch Roman die. And
Good. Take us at least 10 rounds to get to him.
Good, so I can avenge him.
Yeah, that's what we need, avenging Roman.
Alright. So,
Oh man, then we'd be able to tell his mom that he's dead. Fine, she doesn't need to know, she doesn't care.
back in the room, the top of the round. Roman has 1 initiative. He is stunned until the end of the sage's turn.
Last one, so
Yeah.
specifically.
Alright.
Okay, sorry. I just missed a little bit because I had to check on the chat. I heard something.
One sage restrains Walter Rinnelpaw. The other one, kill Roman.
Yes.
No! Your suggestion, live!
I suggest you continue breathing.
Alright.
Nat 20 on the death save!
Let's look at the incapacitated condition in what it entails.
I think it means that I did.
No! You're the only traitor I've ever known.
The only traitor I've ever loved. An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Oh!
Hey, it doesn't make me any more susceptible to death, other than the fact I don't get to do things on my turn.
Yeah!
Can I, drag him? Can I try and drag him out of the...
I mean, once you get there, that's the problem. None of you are there yet. Currently 1v3 shadow monsters.
Well, let's say 0v3.
And to be fair, I don't know what Tengu's health pool is, but I feel like that's going well.
I think... See, what I feel he would do is just, like, kick your knee out from under you, and then just cold clock you across the back of the head with the staff. But,
No!
yeah, I don't know. I think that's the play. He's not going to, like, executioner style you, because he doesn't want to waste the attack. But he's going to wield the staff in 2 hands, rear it back, and... Well,
the 20 hits.
Okay, yeah, he's going to rear it back, and then he's going to just smack you across the head with it. You would still have to roll against his saving throw. And at which point he is going to take the other one, and you know what? I'm not going to say he attacks you again. He's going to take the other one at this point and make a shove attempt, pushing you to the ground.
I assume I just get pushed to the ground.
It's a contested check.
Athletics?
Yeah, you can still try and stumble your way to hold yourself up. Alright, the room is spinning, but yeah, you resist being pushed down. He walks around you twirling the staff, saying something, but
Is this the first one? The first sage?
Yes, it is.
Because the order matters, because Walter gets to go in between.
Yeah. Wait a second. I ruled the first one was restraining Walter. So no, this is the second one. You're right. Walter gets to make an attempt, a contested athletics check to get out of this. Okay, I am re-rolling that because I rolled 2 brown dice, and instead I'm just going... I didn't designate which one was which. The first one is Walter's check. The second one is the Sage's check. And the Sage is gonna beat him, but as Walter continues to struggle on the bed, the Sage continues to keep him restrained. At that, The fifth ascendant is moving at, I believe I said 9. Oh, yeah, 15, because he had a bonus. Alright, so the fifth ascendant is going to... he can't teleport an unwilling creature. He is... I guess he has got to knock both of you... Well, I mean, he doesn't really care about you.
Nobody does.
It's nothing personal. Alright, he's going to walk around Roman for a second. And then he is going to touch your forehead. And I think he's going to say, "You have costed me some very powerful magic I can't repeat this evening."
I can't talk, I'm making...
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have words.
Let's see if you're rolling a save. Okay. As he places his hand on your forehead, roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. Yeah, that didn't go well, but it wasn't gonna go well.
Alright. You take /R 4d6 of damage of psychic. You take 11 points of psychic damage. Your intelligence and charisma become 1 as you begin to drool.
Yay! You've enfeebled me.
He lets go of you, and Roman can slump to the floor. He turns to his sages and says something. Roman looks up at him and can't understand it. The other sage then goes through the action, smacking Roman across the head, and then making the shove attempt to make him prone, but Roman just kind of reflexively remains standing. Alright, at which point he is going to walk back over to the bed where Walter is restrained. That is the end of that round of combat, as Roman is stunned until the end of the Sage 4's turn, and then you'll be stunned on the or incapacitated on the next round till the end of the Sage 4's turn. Running down the hallway, the party hears the party hears the echoes of voices, and you see the lantern light. Turning the corner, you guys see into the room. Everybody can roll initiative and enter initiative next round. You, in the room before you, you see Roman. I don't know. Roman's not kneeling. He's still standing against the. Or he's standing.
I would sound punch drunk.
Yeah, pushed against the bed. Doesn't look like he's all there. Then behind Roman, there is a sage, or rather, there's a figure composed of shadows. The party would recognize this as you fought one of them across the border, and they are walking back to the bed. There's another one holding a person down on the bed, and you guys see the fifth ascendant. He is standing over the bed.
So we can go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright. On. Grax!
Oh my god, Grax saved me.
All right.
As in, leave him alone and,
Kill the shit out of Tengu.
yeah.
This is what Renalta asked you to do. Do it, damn it.
I mean, really, this is it. You'll pay your debt to her.
I can't tell you this because I'm now dumb and incapacitated.
Roman, no. So in Feeble, you recognize your friends and you can follow them. You can identify the creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them.
So it sounds like I'd still, if I was in incapacity, like kick Tengu's ass.
You look up and you see Lumbergrats and Fravia in the hallway charging in, and Dusty, and it's that Geisen or somebody. They're my friends. I
don't think I can speak. I think I just.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't like baby.
Something about the truth.
All right.
What is it, Scoob?
I heard my name. Am I actually doing things?
No. All right.
You're still dead in the ditch.
You guys aren't in this round. You guys are joining initiative next round. Seeing all of you come through, the sage looks up and says, "My lord, let's leave." He nods. The sage rears back a fist and slams it into Walter's face. And then, again, whoever is on the bed the party sees goes limp. At which point, the sage is going to pick up the body. The other one is going to... Here's the thing. They can't transport an unwilling target. But Roman's really dumb right now.
Oh god, no! No! Not like this bridge! Send me to the bridge! Not to
I'll do you a favor. I will roll you a percentage die if this guy thinks to do this. He's going to pick up Roman. Actually, he doesn't have an opportunity to. Because he moves at 4 in the initiative order. He rolled a 94% on that! Tengu is going to look at the party coming, and he is going to extend his hand. He's going to extend his hand at the doorway of the room. A swirling mass of shadows starts to spiral in a circle. It looks horrifically dangerous. With that, he extends his hand towards his other follower. He is going to grab it. And they are all going to leave.
No, I need to stab you! You get back here!
Wow. This was an even more anticlimactic ending than was advertised.
You know what? I will say... Altus recognizes the casting of a spell. I don't know if you have counterspell, or if it's even prepared, but you have the opportunity to.
Oh, no.
Please.
Wait, sorry, just a second. I should stop. There we go. I have... this? I was gonna throw it.
No!
Here, I don't have counters.
It's dispel magic, he doesn't have counters.
Yeah, dispel magic. If dispel magic can't dispel them casting it, it can only dispel the latent effect. Can I throw my dagger at his hands? And then burn his hands like that girl I hung?
He is going to teleport off with Walter. Disappearing. You know what? Walter is not going to say anything because he's been stunned. Yeah.
Can you dispel the shadow creatures?
not as a reaction. Alright, the party standing in Walter's room. You guys are going to you guys are going to see his desk is still lit by candlelight. It appears he was working on the letter that he told you guys he was going to draft. And we will stop this battle music. And
so if we just forge his handwriting, our quest is technically done.
Picking up the letter, you can see that there are. You can see that it's mostly complete. He's already signed it, and it was just waiting his seal. Seems he was reading over it. As you read the letters, it goes through the conversation that you guys had, implying that he, on good faith, is giving the orders to his generals and his family not to attack. There will be no attack in the future. Hopefully the ceasefire lasts. He doesn't demand anything of the capital.
So we just stamp it.
Yeah, in his final words on there, he hopes that this ceasefire can move towards a true peace. As he quotes the not life's respect passage, but the lost reflections. Imploring the magnate to do the same. Yeah, and at that, I feel like
I don't have a brain.
Yeah.
Oh. But you're still alive?
Yeah, Roman's still
I'm
alive.
gonna kind of like wave like hi.
Great. Now we can be best friends. I'm just gonna go over there and
slumped against the fucking corner of the bed. Just
I'm gonna pet Roman. Hello? Is he bleeding anywhere? Because I have sack
bleeding
packs.
Everywhere, man.
I'll tourniquet him with my sack packs.
I am exceedingly bloody.
Ilderon has read the letter to everybody. Lydia is tending to Roman, and she's going to roll a medicine check and look to Fravia and say, "This is powerful magic. I don't have the necessary divine energy to cleanse him of this."
Dumbly smiling, mostly because I'm dumb and my ass just kicked.
I don't know what could actually cure it.
Remove curse.
I'll allow Netra to roll a religion check or a arcana check.
I don't have it prepared.
You
I'll say
identify the spell with an arcana effect.
Okay. Identify the spell. Shit, didn't mean to do that. I guess 17.
This is very, very powerful magic. You were trying to get an 18.
Okay.
Darn. Yeah. Roman continues to draw.
Alright, so Fravia will tell her, unfortunately, I don't have anything that could remove something like this. Not now, anyway.
She's going to nod and say, I'll take him to the Sunya Church inside of town later. See, maybe. Lil Haran reads over the letter.
Damn.
And says, these are his final words. We need to get them to the magnate. Otherwise, all of this will be for naught.
Should we... Oh, you can all go ahead. I'll stay behind and inform them of what happened. We just take it and run. They could think we were involved in some way.
She's going to nod. Eventually, a guard comes in here, sees Walter's missing. At which point, Brock and Career are awoken. And Brock and Career both join.
Yes. Maybe we'll tell them we have to send the made his move. I don't know what he wanted with Lord Renalpal. Fortunately, Roman was able to stop. Well, was able to fight him, but he took him away. He didn't get here in time.
Brock is going to nod and say, "He was a hard father, but he was my father. He was stubborn, but nice. Why would anyone..."
You stared at my toes.
And unfortunately, we don't know too much. Roman would be able, would be able to provide more information, but they did something to him. He's out of it. I unfortunately don't have anything prepared. I could even fix it. I can heal external wounds, but not what they did to him.
Brock and Career each roll an Arcana check. Ooh, does Brock have more than 2 intelligence? Or does Brock have 2 intelligence?
I feel like he would.
Yeah, I do too, because he was an investigator.
Well, he's also really bad at history, so...
No, he's observing the effects of a spell on you, trying to identify.
No, but I was just like, but history's also intelligent.
Alright,
Yeah, but
Brock,
maybe his magic teacher was a man.
Brock touches the check at 18. He's gonna say...
Thanks, Jordan.
He's gonna say, I've heard of this spell before. It's Feeble Mind. I don't know anyone who could cast something this powerful. That said, it takes some powerful magic to remove it. Not just restoration, but greater, or a heal from the gods. The party gains access to enfeeblement. Or Feeble Mind. Feeble Mind. You can search it, or you can look, if you have a player's handbook, you can look on page 239 of the player's handbook and read about the spell. Particularly what Brock told you guys, the spell can also be ended by greater restoration, heal, or wish.
Okay, so since he said greater restoration, I can tell him I can do that. Fortunately, I don't have any diamond dust.
Rob, roll me a D100. Do the rental paws have any diamond dust? We're talking about controlled substances here. I'm gonna say...
I rolled it, but we didn't determine anything.
Well, I did. In my head. Do you want high or low in your favor? Oh, no, well, you know. Never mind.
Yeah.
Roll one more time, but tell me before you do, tell me if you want high or low in your favor.
What if we decide be more random, and I flip, and I do a D2? And that's fine, whatever. High in my favor.
You want it to be a 50%?
God damn it!
Twice now. This has happened in the same session.
Yeah. Yeah, Brock is going to say, Russell's going to say, our supplies have been ravaged. But if we come across any, it'll be the first one I get healed. He puts a hand on Roman's shoulder and says, "You're a good friend of mine." And he moves Roman's mouth and says, "And you're my best friend, Russell."
I'm gonna hug him because I don't know better, and I don't have the charisma to understand social cues.
Lord Twilight asked me to protecting him. Yeah, you have to send it.
Career's
Oh,
gonna say he's alive. She's going to look at everybody in the
You know what
room.
can do it if you kill me and resurrect me.
And you'll be another race.
Aloharan's
Yeah.
going to say to Career, you were the only one to witness Walter's decision other than us. Are you going to hold to his final words? Career looks pensive for a second and says, I'll confirm what my father said. Alright. At that point, I feel like that's a good stopping point for the campaign.
Bittersweet.
Am I gonna be the dumb forever?
I hope so. Think
Um,
about the
I'd rather be
suggestions.
dead.
Oh god, I just realized.
Next campaign, we're just gonna find him in a hospital bed.
I just realized Roman is wheelchair Kirito.
Yay!
No, how we're gonna end the campaign, we're gonna wake up, or Dusty's going to wake up. There's a ginger dog. It's got its leg over you. It's like scratching a little bit, as far as like, you know, the way they kick up dirt, and then it raises its leg and you just like look up. You can make a reflex, or you can make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way.
Oh boy, my first roll. No, halfling.
You do have halfling luck. Alright.
Yeah.
The
What if it's
stream starts coming down, and Dusty's just going to just like, no rain here, not Isildred, and you are.
I wonder where my friends are.
Yeah,
Just like,
can-
damn. I wonder what I should do now.
you can head off towards the keep to find your friends, and Dusty will be informed of the events that happen.
Or you can head off to the sunrise and not care about us anymore.
That is actually very tempting, considering I know this is the final session.
We'll have an epilogue. I'm not going to leave you guys like just out on a limb, because there's still some stuff with Nefano that I wanted to do tonight, but yeah.
I invited him for a drink. And
How many times has he invited you someplace and he's just been like, haha, you fool!
Yeah, but we keep
Because
coming.
The answer is every time.
Hey, but we know what it is. He thinks he's like, I know you're an assassin trying to kill me. Like,
Oh,
not
Altus
just
wants,
a bottle.
Altus wants to meet up and talk? Yeah, we can meet up here and talk, and we'll just, ha ha, you fool! Why would you?
No, it would never be that. I do have a question though. Is there any type of magical restraints that any of you have? And as well, like, I need to make sure that he doesn't have an ability to send to the Gemite snake, because I want to see if I could bring him onto my
Like
faithful
baby
friends.
Ruth.
Yeah, Roman replies with this.